Today my goal is to make it to Eisenhower State Park in Texas. If there's anything I've learned on this trip, I haven't made any of my goals yet, so we'll see where I end up. Let's go. Good morning from Texas. Just over the state line, Eisenhower State Park. First camping day of the trip. Camping night, I guess. She got a pretty decent sleep, although if you look, I'm holding the camera level. So that's how slanted this campsite is. So it's kind of ending up at the bottom of the tent, but it's all good. I got a pretty good sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna break down camp and pack up and hit the road. Well, I woke up, checked the oil, and it was low today, so I finally tracked down a dealer that had the oil. I found a lot of dealerships are closed on a Monday here in Texas, so I'm here at, well, I think it's just called, you can't see the sign, Mart of Texas, here in Gainesville, Texas. So they've been kind enough to let me change my own oil here, and they've given me this little awning to do it under, so here we go. I'm going to change my oil for the first time this trip. I treated myself to these Motion Pro titanium wrenches before I left. That was one tool that I really splurged on. They're so light they feel fake. Oh no, just what I didn't want to do. Now I have to clean up an oil spill. Well, that's embarrassing. I don't even do that at home, so it sucks that I did it when someone was kind enough to let me do an oil change outside of their dealership. I'll tell you what, I've been in the southern states only a few days, and I think this accent's gonna come home with me. And one other thing is, This Swift Kicker kickstand, I loved it at first. I don't really love it anymore. Yeah, it's the adjustable kickstand, and I find it's been unreliable lately. This adjustable part right here, it's been slipping lately, and you put the bike down on the kickstand and it'll kick up, and the bike wants to fall over. So I like the idea of it, but right now it's not super reliable, so I don't know if I'd really recommend it. Definitely a good idea though, and I do like it when it works, that's for sure. Put the skid plate on, we'll top her up, and we'll be on our way. Halfway up the sight glass with cold oil. Well, that's that. So yeah, I'm probably making a mountain out of molehill here, but that's my little oil stain on the floor. So what's your name, brother?
Caleb.
Caleb. I'm Andy.
Andy.
Nice to meet you. I appreciate you guys big time, and you kind of saved my ass today.
Hey, no problem. Good luck to you, man.
Thank you very much.
Maybe safe down the road. Maybe next time you can pick me up, take me with you.
Hell yeah, brother. So if you're ever in Gainesville, Texas, and you need a hand with anything motorsports related, hit up Marta Dallas, and I'm sure they'll help you out, because they sure helped me out. So big thumbs up to Marta Dallas in Gainesville, Texas.
Where are you from?
Canada, just outside of Toronto.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm on my way to, well, trying to go to South America.
Really?
Yeah, yep.
You're on your way to South America?
Oh yeah, it's probably going to be a long ride.
Yeah, it'll take you all day.
Yeah, at least. The rest of that day was spent ripping across the Texas plains. It was a beautiful day, but uneventful and fairly boring given the terrain. However, there was a certain novelty to it, given that even though it was so flat, it was like nothing we have back home. And even though it was flat and boring as far as the riding was concerned, I couldn't help but think how grateful I was just to be out here riding my motorcycle without a care in the world. The reality of this trip has been slowly setting in, and I had an ear-to-ear grin on my face as I pinned it across America, bumping Ludacris's greatest hits in my helmet. I'm trying to make it to Baja for the Baja 1000, so time is of the essence. But I noticed some fun-looking dirt tracks just off the highway and couldn't resist ignoring the GPS for a quick sample of some Texas off-road. Like some bass fishermen fishing for bass. Oh man, some cool looking tracks here. It's technically my first off-road in Texas. Look at all these little tracks. Looks like a fun spot. Well, I've been getting lots of comments and words of encouragement. I got a couple today that are awesome. Russell Bobbitt, 5-time AMA Enduro champion, commented on my Facebook today, which is pretty cool. And just now, I got one from Stephen Rawls, which is the singer from Belvedere. Good luck on your trip. Great to watch. That's cool, man. I've been listening to Belvedere since I was like an early teenager, basically. So that's cool, man. And I'm pumping some Belvedere in honor of that comment. So I know they're playing in Costa Rica in February, I believe it is. So Mr. Steven, if the timing works out, I'd love to film an episode of Going South at your show in Costa Rica. Hey, if you're liking this video so far, please hit the like button and consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. I'm just at the beginning of this journey, and it's been really fun watching the channel grow. It's been really encouraging too, so I appreciate your support, and let me know down below what you think of them so far. Are they too long? Are they too short? Yeah, just let me know if you have any feedback, and I'd really appreciate it. Oh, I didn't see this coming. It looked like it was totally flat around here, and then I was wondering, like, what's all this on the map? This is cool. Wow. Did not see this coming. Everything looked perfectly flat. We come over this little hill, and there's all these canyons and whatever you call this. Cool. Well, I made it out here to Lake McKenzie in Texas. Didn't quite make it to New Mexico today, but I'm really close. I decided to stop here and set up before the sun goes down. Last time I camped was also in Texas, but I got to my campsite in the dark, and obviously I couldn't film anything. So I figured I'd go here, and it is a little bit exposed and a little bit windy, but it's not bad at all, and I'm pretty tired after ripping all day. So it was pretty crazy riding in here. It looked totally flat, and then I come over this crest, and yeah, this is what I ended up coming into. I'm right on the edge of this bluff. Got cacti. How cool is that? Don't have that back home. Yeah, I'm up here on this big bluff. Very cool terrain. So yeah, I'm gonna set up camp and get everything ready and have a little bite to eat. Well, I bought this big Agnes Q-Core mattress. So far it's been awesome. It comes with this hump sack, which is awesome for blowing it up in a timely fashion. Connect it there. Fill it up with air. And it's a nice big mattress, so I find it fits me really well. There's enough room that my arms are on it. My arms aren't hanging off the side like a lot of lightweight mattresses. So, well, let's make some dinner here. Maybe while I'm making dinner, we can talk about my first week on the road, because today's Tuesday and I left last Tuesday. And it's been exactly 1 week. Gonna make a very quick little freeze-dried meal. Another one courtesy of my buddy Alex. Cheers, buddy. He gave me a few before I left. The last one was chicken Alfredo pasta, and it was really good. And I'm not just saying that because I was hungry. It was legitimately delicious. Now, I'm using my headlight. I think it's pretty much the only light I have right now. So I'm kind of doing this in the dark. Where's the little tabs? There we go. Yeah, I think it calls for a cup of water. I could have got something to eat while I was in town, but as much as I like having these in the bag, I have one left after this, and I think I'm going to leave it in my bag for an emergency, but I feel like I don't want to say I overpacked, but I don't have any room. So like if I wanted to go to a grocery store right now and buy something to have for dinner, then I really have no room to put anything anywhere. So these take up a little bit of space, so I figured why not eat them up. Beef pasta marinara. Beef crumbles with pasta noodles in marinara sauce. So I'm hoping it's going to be as good as the last one. I'd also like to talk about a couple of YouTube channels that I feel really helped me prepare for this trip. I haven't had TV in the past probably 5 years at least. I pretty much only watch YouTube. And since I'm camping right now, Camping with Steve Wallace, that's one of my favorite channels. The guy's just so down to earth and relatable. He does stealth camping. So watch this. Watch how quick this boils water. So that was a cup of water I put in there. And it's boiled. Isn't that incredible? Pour that in. And in 10 minutes we have a meal. A delicious meal, I might add. If it's anything like the last one, this is going to be good. So yeah, shout out Camping with Steve. I love your channel. And then there's obviously quite a few motorcycle channels that I watch. Obviously Itchy Boots is probably the most popular one. She doesn't camp, but she definitely travels by motorcycle in a significant way. I think she just reached her goal of making it up to, well, she's been in Alaska, but yeah, I think her Patagonia to Alaska series is almost coming to an end. Who else? John T. Young. It's another good motorcycle channel. I haven't seen him post much lately, but I learned a lot about the Moscow Moto Reckless 80, which is the luggage system I have. I watched a lot of his gear videos, what he packs on his trips. Mason's ADV, he's another guy out of Ontario, Canada. He also runs a Reckless 80, and actually a lot of the gear, like my riding gear, my pants, I bought my pants because of his channel, the Climb Carlsbad pants, which I love. I'm really glad I bought them. So shout out to Mason's ADV. He also runs a Reckless 80 Moscow Moto setup, and I've watched his packing videos quite a few times to kind of figure out what'll fit in a Reckless 80 and what I'd be able to bring. Meerkat ADV, shout out Meerkat. I subscribe to your channel as well. I forget where he is now, but he's made a lot of videos around here, New Mexico, Arizona. He does a lot of BDR. I think he rides a T7, Tenere 700. Round the World Paul. I've watched his videos. I'd say he's the guy I've copied most. I basically have the same bike as him, 2016 KTM 6 days, Moscow Moto Reckless 80. I mounted my Reckless 80 the exact same way he does, using the True North Motos rack. And yeah, I watched his gear videos many times, what he brings around the world. I definitely have more stuff than him, but I think I'll streamline my gear as I go. I've never done this before, so I have no experience adventure riding. Well, I guess I have a week's experience now. So, I've been on the road exactly a week right now. I'm having trouble putting into words what it feels like. I spent the last May, June, July, August, September, October. I spent the last 6 months preparing for this. I gotta say, they were probably the roughest 6 months of my life. I've already kind of covered this, but splitting up with my fiance and rehoming the animals, making the decision to sell all my stuff, that wasn't a light decision by any means. And I gotta say, it caused me a ton of stress. Quitting my job was another one, because it was one of those jobs that most people stay there for life. Yeah. Benefits, pension, steady, solid paycheck. That was not easy, but I can hear multiple packs of coyotes howling at each other. So I guess what I want to say is, after all the stress and uncertainty, it's hands down the greatest thing I've ever done. I've never felt this free in my whole life. Well, maybe when I was like a small child, but you don't really think about these things when you're a child. What was I saying? I was riding along today, gorgeous weather, tunes pumping in my ears. I'm riding my dirt bike through Texas, and all that stress was melted away. I definitely know I made the right choice, that's for sure. Now that it's all said and done and I'm on the road, I don't know, I just feel really grateful that I get to do this. I've been getting a lot of comments from people saying, oh, I wish I could do that, I wish I could do that. And I mean, I guess packing up and leaving isn't for everyone, but it's also made me kind of think, how many people like me are out there that, wake up every day uninspired, going to a job just to doing something they don't really like, or that doesn't, light a fire under them every day. And I know myself personally, it's probably been like that for at least 10 years. Just knowing, I don't know, it's not like I had a bad job. I got to see some really cool stuff, man. Like, I was the guy in the Homer Simpson suit in front of the reactor face, working on fueling machines, and I got to drive a crane that was like the size of a football field. That was really cool. Plus all the cool guys I got to work with. I made a ton of friends there, and I know most of them are watching right now, so cheers to you guys. Yeah, I don't know, I've just been thinking a lot lately about how many people were like me, that are just living to go to work and, not really living an inspired life. It's not easy by any means to do what I just did and, cancel everything and just go. Lots of people have families and kids and, people to support. So I feel fortunate that I'm in the position that I'm in, for sure. Yeah, if you're watching this and you feel like you're stuck, you definitely can do something. Now, you don't have to, sell all your stuff and go out on the road on a motorcycle by yourself by any means, but you could pick up a new hobby or just do the thing that you've been thinking about that you think you can't. I feel like most people limit themselves mentally. I think I learned from racing my dirt bike that it's possible to put yourself out there and to have a goal and to achieve things that you didn't really think you could. I never thought I was going to be a pro dirt bike racer. When I was growing up, I never even dreamed of that. And same with this trip. For years, I was talking about moving to Belize and, importing some sort of bike down there. And my buddy Jason, shout out Jason, he said, well, why don't you just ride a bike down there? And I was like, holy crap, I didn't even really think about that, it's such a big trip and a big dream that it didn't even really cross my mind. But 5-6 months later, here I am doing it. So it's not for everyone, but it is possible to put yourself out there and to just chase something that you want. I don't mean to get too philosophical or cheesy or cliche, but man, it's such a great feeling. All that stress and anxiety I had is melted away. It's gone. I still do have some anxiety. I'm about to go to a country where I don't speak the language. I've been trying to learn some Spanish, but mi español no es bueno. I'll tell you that much. So I heard some Spanish people talking at breakfast today, and I was like, yeah, I don't really understand what they're saying. So that is a little bit freaky to me. I'm sure I'll be all right. I think there's friendly people everywhere, and I've been learning that this week. I've had so many people come up to me, and I pull over to put my earplugs in, and people will stop and ask if I need help or anything like that. And I've been kind of overwhelmed by the amount of people that that are interested in what I'm doing and want to stop and chat. But yeah, I'm just feeling really grateful. It's just slowly sinking in that I'm really out here doing it. It's friggin' crazy, man. It's so trippy. Yeah, I'm feeling really, really good. Really good. If there's a thing that you want to do or that you've been thinking about doing and you think you can't do it, just try it. At least try. You'd be surprised what you're capable of doing. Like I said, I don't mean to sound cheesy and whatever, but it's true, man, and I've proven it to myself a few times. Don't let you limit you. That's what I'm trying to say. Don't let you limit you. Don't think, oh, I'm never going to be a pro racer, so I'm not going to try, or I'm never going to get that job, so I'm not going to try. Friggin' try it, man. Go for it. You'd be surprised. You'd really be surprised what you're capable of. Now, I don't mean to be all corny and get too deep. I want to try and keep it light on this channel, but it's just a heavy time for me right now, and I want to put it out there, how I'm feeling. I want to make this channel funny and entertaining and not political or anything like that. Keep it light and fun, but these are just my thoughts after a week on the road. Go out and do the thing, man. Buy the ticket, take the trip. All that kind of cliche, cheesy shit. You can do it. Put your back into it. This is pretty good, but I like the chicken Alfredo better. The little beef chunks in this one are slightly questionable. As my dad always used to say, everything tastes better in the bush. We're not in the bush, but I'm outside. Been a long day on the bike, and this does taste pretty good right now.